Hello friends, welcome to my channel Movie Explained Studio. Today I am going to explain Dhurandhar's Revenge, that is Dhurandhar Part 2. Before listening to this story, I will briefly tell you the story of Part 1 for your understanding. So let's dive into today's mystery. The movie is based on the true events of the 1999 Kandahar plane hijack and the 2001 Indian Parliament attack. In response to these attacks, India started mission Dhurandhar to weaken Pakistan from within. And Madhan plays the role of Intelligence Bureau Director Ajay Singh Lyari, and Ranveer Singh plays the role of Dhurandhar as an Indian agent Hamza Ali. He enters Karachi disguised as a Baloch rebel. Hamza makes Lyari town in Karachi his base. According to the movie, the ruler of Lyari has influence over the entire Karachi and Pakistan. Here he is introduced to the local Don Rahman Dakat. Hamza saves the life of Rahman Dakat's young son in a planned attack, gains his trust and joins his gang. Gradually, he becomes Rahman's closest person. At Hamza's instigation, Rahman Dakat kills his enemy Babu Dakat and becomes the biggest Don of Lyari. In the meantime, politician Jamil Jamali conspires to eliminate Rahman to save his power. Meanwhile, IC Major Iqbal Rahman Dakat brings Russian and American-made weapons through him. Hamza learns that these weapons will be used to carry out major attacks like 261 in India. Sanjay Dutt plays the role of Speech Chowdhury, who is assigned to encounter Rahman Dakat. Hamza uses his intelligence to save Rahman from the encounter so that his mission is successful. Despite giving advance information to India, when the 261 attack cannot be stopped, Hamza breaks down. He wants to take revenge and take control of the entire Lyari in his own hands so that Pakistan can be taught a lesson. To make the mission successful, Hamza falls in love with the daughter of politician Jamil Jamali and becomes his son-in-law. He makes a final plan to take that power in his own hands and finish off the traitors. Hamza is very loyal to the Rahman Dakat on one hand, and on the other hand, he joins hands with Speech Chowdhury and Jamil Jamal to finish off Rahman. In fact, Hamza's real goal was to turn all these criminals and traitors against each other and finish them all off together. One day, Hamza gets a big blow. On August 9th, he sends Rahman Dakat's right-hand man Uzair to take delivery of weapons from Major Iqbal. On the other hand, while bringing back the robber from a function, Rahman turns the car round and takes him to a forest road, where Speech Chowdhury's police force was waiting. That's when a devastating fight begins. At one point in the fight, Hamza Rahman finishes off the robber, and Rahman's right hand tells Uzi that despite his best efforts, he could not save Rahman. In this way, he finishes off the Karachi Don Rahman robber, and this is where Part 1 ends. Now we will go to Part 2. At the beginning of the story, we see Jaskirat Singh Rangi preparing to join the army camp. Here, his family is also told. His father is in the army and his grandfather was also in the army. So since childhood, Jaskirat had a desire to join the army. He has two sisters, both of them are studying, and their family was very happy. Then the scene changes and we see Jaskirat with her friend Pinda. Pinda takes her to Uttar Pradesh to meet Latif Ahmed. There, it is revealed that Pinda has come to buy a lot of drugs. Not only that, he also wants an AK-47 because he thinks the danger has increased a lot. Finally, they get the weapon. Then they return home and stand in front of Anmal's house. Pinda asks Jaskirat, "Have you decided? Do you really want to do this?" Jaskirat says yes and enters the house directly. A wedding ceremony was going on in that house. But as soon as Jaskirat enters, he starts brutally beating everyone and starts searching for his sister. Then it is understood that the mouse people have captured his sister. There were many people in the house and everyone had weapons. Jaskirat kills everyone alone. Finally, he finds his sister Harlan. Seeing his sister, he breaks down in tears. Actually, the incident was very horrific. Jaskirat's father and his elder sister have been killed. The scene shifts to the court. Jaskirat is taken to the court, and there the whole incident comes to light. It all started with a dispute over land. Jaskirat's father and the Mao had a dispute over land. Then the Mao's men brutally killed his father and hung them from a tree in his own land. His two sisters were tortured. One of them was killed. After knowing this news, Jaskirat returned from the army camp and decided to take revenge, because his other sister was still in their custody. That is why Jaskirat killed 12 people of the Mao music. But in the eyes of the law, this is a serious crime. So he can be sentenced to death. After that, Jaskirat met his family for the last time. He also meets his friend Pinda, Pinda and Horleen love each other. So Jaskirat wants them to get married. Then when he was being taken from one jail to another, he was suddenly attacked. Some people took him away. At first it seems that they might be Mal's people. But later it is known that this attack was done by India's security advisor Ranveer Singh. There we also see Sushant Bachel. They both brought Jaskirat there. Jaskirat is surprised to see Ranveer Singh, because he knows him well. Ranveer Singh also knows everything about Jaskirat, especially his dream of joining the army. Ranveer Singh said, "I know you have been sentenced to death. But if I want, I can stop it. But in return, the life I will give you will not be less painful than hanging. But you will be known as a patriot." Jaskirat says, "Why would I do this? My life is completely over. My family's life is also ruined. Why would I do anything for the country that destroyed me like this?" Then Ranveer said, "What happened to you was very bad. But for some people, the entire country cannot be blamed. And you can still work for the country." He also said, "We will take the responsibility of your family. They will be given 300,000 rupees every month for 36 years. Ajessa tells him, "I still want to tell you one thing. The life I am going to give you will be less painful than hanging. So think carefully and decide." But here Jaskirat had already made his decision. He will work with Ajessa. After that Jaskirat gets a new identity and is sent from music Afghanistan to Pakistan. From here the story moves to the present time, where it is seen that after the death of Raman Dakat, everyone is desperate to rule Lyari. The first name that comes to mind is Ashrad Papu, because he was only afraid of Raman Dakat. But after Raman dies, he declares himself the next king of Lyari. On the other hand, we see Uzair, who is very after the death of the angry Raman Dakat. He is completely furious. He thinks that Islam is behind all this. And he wants to kill him by any means. But Hamza convinces him that it is not directly the work of Islam. The real player behind this is Arshad Papu. So if revenge is to be taken, then it should be taken against Papu. Because he is going to be the next king of Lyari. Then we see Hamza and Uzair holding together attacks Papu. Destroys all his hideouts. Burns shops and kills all his people. Finally Uzair kills Arshad Papu very brutally in front of everyone and declares that he is the new kid of Lyari. But when Uzair was playing football with Arshad Papu's head, Hamza records the video of that scene and sends it to the ministers, which puts pressure on them to arrest Uzair or kill him, otherwise they may lose their government power. At this time we see Islam, who says that the entire focus of the media is now on this incident, so their attention should be diverted. He plans to catch some Bauch college students and brutally kill them so that the media's attention goes to that. Then they will take action against Uzair. They will issue a warrant in his name and send him to jail and kill him inside the jail. However, Arshad, even then, Uzair does not calm down. He still wants Islam's head and wants to kill him by any means. But Hamza makes him understand that a warrant has been issued against him. And not the ordinary police but the special forces will come to catch you. They will drag you away or kill you there. So now if you want to survive, you have to run away. If you survive, we can take revenge later. But here it is known that Hamza and Jamil are secretly working together and they want to get Uzair arrested. Finally, Uzair decides to go to Dubai. On the other hand, we see that Islam catches and brutally kills some Balo students. Then, it is seen that Uzair reaches Dubai from Karachi safely, but the Dubai police arrests him there. After Uzair's arrest, there is no one left in Lyari who can rule. But then Hamza comes to the fore. He tells Jamil that your PAP party is going to sink now. Now our map supports the Muslim movement party, you have to do it. Not only me, you have to do it too. To stay in power, you have to support MAP. Jamil accepts his words. Because in Pakistan, the one who controls Karachi can rule. And Lyari controls the whole of Karachi. As the elections approach, MAP becomes very strong and in the end, they win. The credit for this victory goes to Hamza and Jamil. As a result, they become even more powerful. After becoming king, Hamza goes to Srini Bauch. And there, the class gives Hamza the title of Sherbala. The title that Raman the robber had earlier. After that, the story music moves quickly. Now Hamza has taken control of the whole of Lyari. Yelena is very happy that they have a son and they have also moved into a new big house. Then we see Major Iqbal. After he returns home, his father Brigadier scolds and abuses him a lot. Because according to him, Major Iqbal is of no use. The thing is that in 2014, The GPH government came to power in India and Modi became the Prime Minister of the country. That is why Major Iqbal's father scolds him a lot and says that you said that everything in India is controlled by IZ. Who will be the Prime Minister? Who will be the Minister? Everything is decided by IZ. But because of your incompetence, everything is changing there now. And you are not able to do anything. Then we see Major Iqbal calling Hamza to him. He tells Hamza that the way you have worked and the way you have taken control of the entire Lyari, the big boss's eyes are now on you. He wants to meet you. Then Hamza, Iqbal and Jamil go to meet the big boss. This big boss is none other than Dawood Ibrahim, who is now old and very sick. Yet, he takes many big decisions in Pakistan while lying in bed. He even decides when and what will happen in India. Recently he has made a plan that some people from India will come to Pakistan and they will take a lot of drugs. Because the price of these drugs is very low in Karachi, but when the same drugs reach India, they are sold at a much higher price. With this money they buy weapons. So the responsibility of getting the drugs across the border is given to Hamza and Spy Islam is kept with him so that there is no problem. Even though Hamza does not deal in drugs, he has to obey the orders of the big boss. Then we see that Hamza has to go to the airport to receive those who will come from India. When he goes there, he is surprised because one of those people is his childhood friend Pinda. Hamza gets scared when he sees Pinda because if Pinda recognizes him, everything can be over. However, he dares to talk to her but Pinda does not recognize him. This leaves Hamza with many questions. He recognized Pinda but why didn't Pinda recognize him? Then they went to do a drug deal. Major Iqbal took them to Zawar Mystery. This is the man who was involved in the Kandhamal plane hijack earlier and had made provocative statements about India that Hindus are very frightening and he threatened us, if you can do anything, we are with you. Come and do whatever you can. And here it is known that Zawar Mystery controls the entire drug business and sends huge quantities of drugs to India. Hamza was watching him very carefully. Deal after the final, Hamza brought Pinda and his two friends to his house where a small party was going on. Spy Islam was also there and everyone was discussing how to smuggle drugs across the border. At that time, Pinda was very drunk so Hamza took him to the bathroom but when he went there, Pinda suddenly recognized Hamza and said, "How many years have you been here? Jassy doesn't remember home." Hearing this, Hamza was surprised and asked about his mother and family. Pinda said that his mother is fine. She married Hamza's sister and they have 2 children. Hamza then he told Pinda that you have become a terrorist now. You were not like this before. Pinda countered by saying that you yourself are living in Pakistan and you were calling me a terrorist. Then Hamza told him to cancel this drug deal. Because if this deal is done, it will cause great damage to India. But Pinda did not listen to anything he said. An argument started between them, and Pinda, being a little too drunk, attacked Hamza. Pinda died in the scuffle. Although Hamza did not kill him intentionally. It was some kind of accident. After Pinda died, Hamza got scared. He did not know what to do now. Just then, Umar, who is actually an Indian agent, arrives there. Umar tells him that it is very important for you to survive. I have finished my work but if you die, then this mission will end here. He also says don't forget me. A small pickpocket from Burli is working for the country today. Then Hamza comes out and Omar. He shoots Pinda's body twice so that everyone thinks that it was Umar who killed Pinda. So everyone understands that Omar is an Indian agent. Alam was interrogating Omar and at that time Hamza came and shot Omar dead. Alam says you shouldn't have done this. Why did you do this? Then Hamza shouts the only punishment for killing my own guest in my house is death. But seeing Hamza's recent actions, Alam's suspicions increase. He goes to the spy and tells him that he had suspicions about Hamza from the beginning. And now that suspicion is increasing. He feels that Hamza is actually an Indian agent. Then the spy says if there is any doubt, then clear it. When the doubt is clear, one sleeps well at night. And one's mind is also at peace. When Spy and Alam were talking about this, Yelena secretly overheard everything. Then she also suspected that Hamza might really be an Indian agent. So she started searching the house and eventually found a diary where Hamza had written down the names of many people. And he had crossed out the names of those he had killed. This convinced Yelena that Hamza was really an Indian agent. Then when Hamza comes forward, Yelena points a gun at him and says, I was silent as long as the matter was business and politics, but now it is my country's matter, so I will not remain silent anymore. Hamza then says, if you want to kill me you can kill me, but before that listen to me. He shows the diary and says all the people whose names are here are terrorists. They are in India, not a single innocent person has been destroyed. Our fight is not with Pakistan but with those who spread terrorism. They are much more harmful to your country than they are harmful to our country. Hearing this, Yelena calms down a bit and says, in all this my son should not be harmed. Along with this she warns Hamza that Spi Chaudhry has now got suspicious of him. So he has to be careful. Meanwhile Spi Islam comes to know that Uzair is being brought to Pakistan from Dubai and jailed. He has planned to kill Uzair. But now they are also suspecting Hamza. So they want to finish him off too. At this time Hamza calls Spi Islam and says, don't take the route you are going to attack Uzair. Use another route. Islam realizes that Hamza has met Srini Balak just like Islam is plotting against Hamza. Similarly, Hamza is also plotting against Islam because Hamza's class has already told Balak that Spi Islami killed Balak students at the college, so Islam realizes that if he goes to the route Hamza is saying, he will fall into a trap himself. Then Islam sends Umar to Uzair and himself goes to kill Hamza. Then it is seen that Jamil was also sitting near Hamza and was listening to everything. Hamza and Islam continue talking on the phone. Islam says that you will not succeed in the game you are playing. Islam thought the real danger was Omar. But actually the whole plan was to kill Islam and not Uzi. Suddenly a car comes and hits Islam's car. And immediately there is a big explosion. And in that explosion, Spi Islam dies. And this is where his story ends. Then it is seen that Omar could not kill Uzi. But Uzi is imprisoned for life. Hamza goes to jail and meets him and says, if you need anything, let me know. Slowly all the obstacles in front of Hamza start to disappear. After Islam's death, the government is angry but they do not know who killed him. Then we see Hamza getting ready to go to Dubai. On reaching Dubai, he meets Ajay Sainal and Sushant Bansal. There, Hamza gets the whole information. There are fake 500 and 1000 rupee notes printing machines in Pakistan and 11,000 crore rupees have already entered India through Nepal route. Ajay Sainal did not know this earlier but Sushant Bansal recently informed him that this money has reached Uttar Pradesh. Hamza says that with this money they will not let any good person sit in power in Uttar Pradesh. He also says that 11,000 crores is just the beginning. Another 60,000 crore rupees will come to India through the same route. Then Ajay Sainal says, you are doing your job very well. Then Ajay Sainal says, now we want to give you a complete free hand. Pakistani, do whatever you want. Kill as many people as you want. Then Hamza returns to Pakistan and starts ruling Lyari again. He starts his mission. Just then a big news comes to the fore. India has demonetized Rs 500 and Rs 1000 notes from November 8, 2016. As soon as this news reached Pakistan, there was extreme unrest there, because Pakistan was funding India's terrorism through this fake money and now that funding will stop. The note-making machine they had will also be of no use. This note-making machine belonged to Kanani brothers. And they still had a stock of about Rs 60,000 crore. Now they did not understand how to use this money. So Kanani called Major Iqbal but Iqbal could not help him. Unable to find a way, Kanani asked Hamza for help and said that this money should be sent to India in any way. Then Hamza asked where he was. Kanani said that he was alone in his factory. After hearing this, Hamza went there and found Kanani alone and brutally killed him. He also burned all the money. After getting a free hand, Hamza completely devoted himself to his mission. Hamza started to find out all the mujahideen and terrorists who had spread terror in India and brutally killed them all. The common people of Pakistan did not know who was doing this. People just kept dying one after the other. On the other hand, Umar's suspicions about Hamza started to grow. But Hamza does not accept anything. He continues his work and finally reaches the war mystery. This time he wants to kill him by hurting him because this man had earlier insulted Ajay Sainal during the Kandahar plane hijack and was contemptuous of India. On the other hand, Ajay Sainal told everyone, nothing will happen to you. The Indian government will bring you back easily. Whatever Ajay Sainal said to Bharat Mata, no one could reply because Zawar had pointed the gun at him. Hamza now added Ajay Sainal on the video call and started beating Zawar mystery in front of him. Nothing will happen to you. The Indian government will bring you easily. No one could reply to whatever Ajay Sainal said to Bharat Mata because Zawar had a gun pointed at him. Hamza now added Ajay Singh on the video call and started beating Zahor Mystery in front of him. Then Ajay Singh said that day I had one thing incomplete. Then Zahor Mystery himself finished that. Bharat Mata ki jai. Then he was killed. Then Major Iqbal called Hamza and told him that the big boss has called him and we have to meet today. Hamza does not understand why he has been called. But he makes his own final plan. He goes to kill Dawood Ibrahim. Actually, Dro has also developed a poison that can enter the body through the skin and kill someone silently. It is called the silent killer. When Hamza and Iqbal meet the big boss, he tells them that the situation is getting out of hand. So something big has to be done now. He says that Lashkar-e-Taiba will need 40 to 50 people who can carry out a major attack on India. Because if 4 or 5 people can do so much destruction, then imagine how much 40 to 50 people can do. Hamza is given the responsibility of arming these people. Hamza gets the opportunity to. While shaking hands, he tries to kill her by poisoning her but fails. Then he goes to Yelena and says that tomorrow I am going to do something big. Maybe we will never meet again after that. So he asks that Yelena to leave the country and also gives her a ticket. On the other hand, Major Iqbal meets the Lashkar-e-Taiba people. He explains their entire mission and what they have to do in India and selects 40 to 50 people. He tells them that now we have to burn the whole of India. At this time, when Hamza leaves the house, Umar goes to his house and holds a gun to Yelena's son's head and asks if Hamza is an Indian agent. Yelena doesn't say anything, but Umar understands everything. Then he wants to tell this information to Iqbal. Iqbal also comes to know that Hamza is actually an Indian agent. Meanwhile, Iqbal's father, who always insulted him, does the same thing. He was doing it again when Major Iqbal brutally kills him and says, "My mother told me all your stories a long time ago. You are the #1 scammer." The next part starts with this. The next day, we see Hamza reaching Major Iqbal with all the weapons because these weapons are used by Lashkar. He was supposed to give them to the people, but Iqbal now knows very well that Hamza is an Indian agent, so he has already planned how to kill Hamza. As soon as Hamza reaches there, Iqbal gives him a lot of fake money. Rizwan understood this, but he could not enter inside. Rizwan also actually an Indian agent who had worked with Hamza a lot before. Just then Major Iqbal attacked Hamza and started beating him brutally. Hamza could not do anything at that time. He was just looking at his watch again and again because he also had a plan. Actually before coming here Hamza Srini got to Balch and said, "What will you do if I bring all your enemies under one roof?" Srini Balch said, "Then I will destroy everything." Then Hamza said, "Then be ready because I am going to give you that opportunity." Meanwhile Iqbal was beating Hamza. Then suddenly Hamza said, "When the firecrackers are over then shall I start the explosion now?" And immediately there was a huge explosion. The whole building was destroyed because the weapons that Hamza had brought were time bombs planted inside. However, some of Iqbal's men survived and a fierce battle ensued. Hamza fought alone with Iqbal and his men. Both sides were bearing heavy losses on each other. But at one point Iqbal fled from there. Then Hamza also followed him. There were several chases and counter-chases and fights between them. Finally, they faced each other. There, Iqbal beat Hamza terribly, but Hamza had a lot more endurance. Finally, Hamza killed Iqbal in a horrible way, cutting off both his legs and throwing him into a fuel tanker and setting it on fire. After finishing everything, Hamza called Yelena. She said, "I want you to listen to my real name for the last time." Then she revealed that her real name was Jaskirat. Shortly after, the Pakistani army came and captured him and tortured him severely. But Hamza did not say anything. Meanwhile, when the matter reached Ajay Singh, he contacted IZ Chief Hassan and said, "Release Hamza right now, otherwise the whole of Pakistan will be blown up." But Hassan said, "This time, your reputation will be tarnished." Then Ajay Singh said, "I have sent a picture and a video. Watch it." After watching the video, it was revealed that Hassan was secretly making a big arms deal with Israel for missiles, and the Pakistani government did not know anything about it. This video reached India from Israel. Then Ajay Singh told Hassan, "Is it possible that you will make a deal with Israel and they will not tell us? So, it is better to release that person properly." Then Ajay Singh tells Al-Hassan that is it possible that you will make a deal with Israel and they will not tell us? So it is better to release that person properly. We are sending a private jet. If you make any mistake then the people of Pakistan will finish you off. Finally Hassan follows the instructions and releases Hamza at a specific place. Later Jamil comes to pick him up there. Then a big truth comes to light. Jamila has actually been working as an agent in Pakistan for 35 years. She had entered politics for so long and in fact she is an Indian agent. While saying goodbye, Hamza says that he will have only one regret, that he could not kill Dawood. Then Jamil shows him a picture and it is revealed that Jamil is responsible for Dawood's current helpless condition. He had already given Dawood the silent killer poison made by Dhurd. As a result, Dawood has become paralyzed. Jamil finally says that the fun of killing slowly and painfully is not in killing at all. Then we see Hamza returning to India. When he comes to India, he meets Ajay Singh and Bansal and tells them in detail about everything he has done in Pakistan. Then Hamza, who means Jaskirat Punjabi, goes to his village, goes to his house and sees his family from afar. But he doesn't meet them because he knows that once he meets his family, he won't be able to return, so he quietly returns after seeing them. Here we are shown how Jaskirat trained for Pakistan. He trained hard under Bansal for 2 years and made himself very strong. Here, all the soldiers are taught an important lesson: sacrifice is the supreme religion. So friends, this was the whole story of Dhurandhar 2. It is not just entertainment, but it makes us think. It makes us fight for our country not only on the border. Many wars are fought silently in the darkness. There is no name, no identity. Music, yet some people always put their country before themselves, and that is real patriotism. There are two types of people in this world. One who makes decisions according to the situation, and another who changes the situation with his own decisions. And Dhurandhar is the second type of person. So friends, this was the explanation of the whole movie. I hope you liked the story of the movie. If you liked my explanation, please like and share the video, and stay with us by subscribing to our channel. Thank you.